Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
That was awesome. Elvis, good to see you.
I had goosebumps.
That was beautiful.
Thank you very much. I'm sweating. And I'm wearing a blue shirt so you can see everything.
No, why are you sweating? Why is it a nerve thing?
It's just, mate, I sweat when I put my pants on in the morning. It's a difficult thing. I'm a man of a certain weight, and it just, at that point, it starts to, and it's humid in here, and, oh, God, I'm puffed.
Listening to you.
He's so cute, I can't.
We're all a little puffed.
Yeah, everyone's puffed.
I introduce you to Danielle.
Danielle.
And this is Gandhi.
Hello.
And Froggy, you can't see him. He's in Florida. Oh. We're everywhere.
Froggy didn't want to turn up for work today.
No. So look, I don't know. I don't know where you were while you were singing that song, but it wasn't here. Where do you go? I mean, is that a stupid question? Where do you go when you perform like that?
I go to my happy place, I think, which is me in my bed. I'm in my underwear for sure.
Right.
There's like a 16-inch pizza sitting next to me. Yes. I got some garlic dip. And I'm just going to town.
All right.
I'll tell you something.
That sounds like a happy place we could all agree.
It doesn't look great, but it feels amazing.
Well, while you're here in New York, are you checking out the good pizza places?
Yeah, we got pizza.
I've had between every meal I have a 99-cent slice at every place I can.
No, don't go to those places.
I love the 99 cent.
I like just, quick and easy.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me, quick and easy.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know. We've learned more about Lewis in the past 3 minutes than I've learned about anyone.
Yeah. 3 minutes is really all you need with me. That's what I've always said.
So Lewis, your music it's being celebrated like at the top of the charts over in the UK, and now you're invading our shores here. How does it feel? I mean, is this real? Are you pinching yourself?
It's just it's a weird one because you don't. I mean, you never expect to have something do well anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like I've always said it's very lucky that my manager's ambitious because I'm quite a laid back. Like, do you know what I mean? I love making music, but I never had lofty ambitions of like, I'd be over here doing stuff like this. Do you know what I mean? Or even in the UK, I just thought I'm just going to keep on doing this and try and make some money doing it, and just I'll be happy doing it because. I'm enjoying something. I don't have to get a real job, basically. That was it. And I just kind of I don't. When it happens, you're kind of like.
So you didn't want to be a big celebrity, big star?
I mean, I wouldn't have ruled it out, but I wouldn't be like that's not happening. But like, it wasn't like the goal at any point. Do you know what I mean? It was just like let's just see what happens, and we're seeing what happens now. This is just, but it's been crazy the last couple of weeks for sure.
Well, Lewis, I was reading the texts coming through while you were performing. The words were chills, goosebumps. Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm getting the feels in my car, which sounds dirty.
Yeah, I'm not feeling anybody. That's for sure.
Well, so look, I don't know. How do you? Pretend he's not here. How do you give the ultimate compliment to an artist who is able to sit behind a microphone and make it look so easy,
right?
But it just all comes out sounding so perfect? What do you say to Louis Capaldi?
I think the Jonas Brothers are going to be mad because that sounded so good.
Now they'll love that.
Listen. They covered my song, and it was. I've never been more excited about learning something in my life. So I suppose the least I could do was to repay them for doing such an amazing version of my song was absolutely murder theirs on live radio.
So I actually have. Do we have Jonas Brothers on the BBC? You may have to throw those on for a second. Your little knob. Turn your little knob, Lewis. You got a little knob.
Give him my knob a good twist.
Okay. This is what it sounded like. So did you know that they were going to cover your song?
I did not know. So basically, my manager gets a text from his friend, who's a session guitar player, saying, "Oh, I'm covering Someone You Loved in the Live Lounge today," and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Do you know what I mean? Like that's like I was like, "Who's in the Live Lounge on Radio 1?" And I found that it was the Jonas Brothers, and I'm like, "This is." And so I click on, they're already talking and chatting away, but I had no prior knowledge that they were going to do that, and I mean, I'm glad I did. Like the sales have gone through the roof, so it's all right. So, like, Jonas Brothers are paying for me to move out of my mother's house.
He's buying a house,
which is great. Yeah,
he's buying his own flat now. That is so cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I don't know what will make you feel as if you are a success. What is success to you?
I had a moment quite recently where I was playing a show in Glasgow, where I'm from, and outside of the show, I get word that they're selling knockoff merch outside my show, and I was like, I've arrived. This is it. So I'm like, if you think I'm not going to buy some of that, you're sorely mistaken.
So did you buy some of the knockoff?
So yeah, I went out and I've got my phone out and I'm filming it. I like to film myself doing everything, including going to the bathroom. I went outside and I'm filming it and I'm like, this is great. And I'm walking up and I'm like, hello lads, how's it going? And they're like, everyone's very happy. We're all smiling. I give them some money. They give me some T-shirts. I get on the Instagram. Yes, boys, come on. Get these guys. Everyone's trying. We need to all make a living out of this. Come on, let's do it. And then I play my show, and afterwards I find out that those two guys got arrested.
Oh, no.
because I put it up. So if anyone knows of two angry Scottish men who are looking, who have an abundance of fake Lewis Capaldi merch and also want to kick my teeth in, send them the other way. Yeah, it was.
So tell everyone how you got started. I mean, you started at a very young age.
Yeah, I started playing music when I was 9. Well, I first got on stage when I was 4, and then I started playing guitar and writing songs at 9, and then at 11 I had my first show.
11. Where would you play? Where would your show be?
I used to play in like pubs and clubs around Glasgow.
At 11?
Yeah, it's frowned upon to let an 11-year-old boy come in and sing songs. But I used to my brother. It was always in bands growing up, so he knew a bunch of people who could get me shows and stuff, and he got me gigs in these bars. But just said, "Oh, my brother is getting a gig." He left out the fact that his brother was, prepubescent. So I come in and I would just beeline it straight for the bathroom, which is what I do most times anyway when I arrive places. And I'm hiding in there, and again, hiding in the males' bathrooms is something I've carried on into my later life for different reasons.
An 11-year-old boy in the men's room.
Yeah. But so I used to kind of just chill in there for a bit. Not the best place for like a pre-show ritual, like hearing other men,
Ew.
excrete themselves. So I was in there and I would wait and I would run out, and because if I could plug in my guitar and start playing, you were good to go. You were usually absolutely fine. So yeah, I think, and then I used to go on and play, and it was like, I've had a few instances over, because from 11 through to like 18, 19 I was doing it, and so it started like that, and then I'd be asked to leave after my show. But there was one time I went out with my mum and dad. I was 16 at this point, and my brother looks a bit like me, and he was 18 and had his ID, and I was like, I can pull this off. So I went in, and the guy says, "Oh, hello, Lewis. We've got like 4 bands on today. It's all good." So I went and sat with my mum and dad, and I had my brother's ID, and I showed him it, and he was like, "Cool." And then he came back later and says, "Lewis, can I just see that ID one more time? Just because an extra band has showed up. We've double booked, and yeah, it was a thing where I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can style this out. Don't worry." So I gave him my ID, and I says, "There you go, mate." And he said, "This says your name's Aidan Capaldi," and I'm quick as a flash. That's because I'm actually a bit embarrassed about, playing, like doing gigs and stuff. I don't want my friends to come and see me play. So I use Lewis Capaldi as like a stage name. And I'm like, "You are in here, my man. You've nailed that, right?" And he looks at my parents, and I can definitely tell who I learned to lie off of at this point. Because my dad, straight in, "Yep, absolutely. That's the script, that's it." And I look at my mum, and she's red in the face, she's sweating, and she crumbles like a wet cake in front of this man, and she starts laughing, and yeah, we got asked to leave, so I had to just kind of go by myself at that point. But yeah, maybe not good for my mother and dad's marriage that my dad's such a good liar, but but for my purposes at the time,
you have to
very
take the
good.
best from your mom, the best from your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so they must be so proud of you.
Oh, they're very happy. But yeah, as I say, I mean, it's come time to move out of my house. I think my mother's.
Oh, you're gonna break your mother's heart, though.
No, honestly, that woman has to wash my underwear, and that'll be a welcome release when I leave the house.
Okay.
You do realize just because you still live at home doesn't mean you can't wash your own underwear.
Whoa. What, is that not one of the perks of living at home?
Yeah, I know.
Torturing your
that's
mother?
the thing as well. She doesn't let me. She wouldn't let me do it, because she'd be like, "You'll just ruin it," and then I've got lots of washing to do anyway. And I'm only ever home like 3 days a week. 3 days like out a month if I'm lucky. Sorry. And yeah, but it's just that. Listen, I know I wear those pants every day, and let me tell you, it takes a lot of elbow grease to get.
You can actually just buy new underwear. Throw the old underwear away.
Yeah, that's
fine.
right.
By the way, if you're just turning us on, this is Lewis Capaldi. I'm going to play his song, "Someone I Loved." In just a few seconds. You're going to love it. But question: what other jobs have you had other than this non-job you have right now?
Yeah, exactly. The only other thing that I would claim was a job was I got a trial shift, like a probation shift at an ice cream stand called Joe DeLucci's in Livingston.
So an ice cream.
An ice cream.
I used to work in the ice cream industry.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, my family, when they came over from Italy, like, I know that's very surprising to look at me to hear my family in Italian, but like when they came over from Italy like years and years ago, they started an ice cream business, and Capaldi's ice cream was very famous. So I was like, I've got this in the blood. This is great. Here we go. But then we did it, and it's like you had to stand there, and I don't. One of the things I had to do that I felt fundamentally was wrong was put ice cream on a little stick and shout to children passing by, "Oh, come have some ice cream, some free ice cream. Do you want some free ice cream?" And I think there's something going wrong there. Like, do you know what I mean?
Is it creepy?
I disagree with it on a molecular level. I think there's something strange about targeting young children,
right? Okay.
And trying to lure them in with sweet treats. Yeah.
It's like the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Lollipops.
Yeah, the child
lollipops.
catcher. Yeah, for sure, exactly. And listen, I've got big ears. I had a hat on, a hairnet, and there's nothing weirder than going, "Do you want some free ice cream? Come." And it's like it was bizarre.
So how long did that job last?
I was asked to leave after an hour. Definitely, even if you have something wrong with the company's practices, it's probably best to not tell them that. Yeah.
Especially when you just got the job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that was a short-lived career, and who knows what could have been.
So just to get a little serious for a second,
yeah.
What is it? I know obviously you're having a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah.
But what is it about the music? Like, look, being an 11-year-old kid singing in a pub, great. But now that you're an adult, now that you're doing songs that are like real pieces of work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is art. Well,
thank you.
You're building here.
Mm-hmm.
What is the music to you? I mean, why do you feel like you have to do this?
I don't know. I need the money. No, I'm kidding. But I think it's just like, for me, it's just like something to get out all the kind of, as you say, I like to have a laugh with things and think, but it's just something to get out and work through your feelings in a kind of healthy way. I mean, I disagree with the fact when people say, music is my therapy, but because I think if you need therapy, go and have some therapy. But like, I think for me, it's a very cathartic way to kind of just talk about things and really kind of. There's a singer called Jessie Reyes, who I'm a massive fan of, and I remember something she said or tweeted once when she said, "I like to sing about the stuff that I don't like to talk about," which I think is a very.
Is that you?
I think so. Yeah. I don't like to talk about it, but I would just rather spend my time having fun, and I think for me, it's a very good way to just kind of work through any feelings or ill will or contempt I have for other members of the human race.
Exactly. And then we sit there and watch you do it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and everyone just laps up. I love it.
So with all of this new stuff and meeting maybe Jessie Reyes, like you said, have you had fanboy moments?
I think when the Jonas Brothers did this cover, I was like, this is pretty legit. I met James Corden last night. I'm a massive fan of James Corden.
Me too.
From a very back in the UK when he did like Gavin Stacey and stuff, and I was just like, he was looking dead in my eyes, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever experienced in my life. But I was kept a cool demeanour, of course I did. But
is he nice? He's nice.
Very lovely man.
Okay.
Very lovely man. But it was just it was brand new, just getting to meet. But I think it's weird when you get like, we've done tours like Sam Smith and like Niall Horan and Rag and Bowman and stuff. And the thing is, you just, when it starts to you get to meet these people, you kind of just, a lot of the time it's like, oh, you're just like a regular person. Like, do you know what I mean? It's so, which sounds like a weird thing to say, but I think when you meet these people, you're like, oh, you're just like dead nice and dead thing. The only time I ever did anything quite embarrassing, I think, was when Niall Horan had played a show in LA, and I had, me and my friend, my piano player, we'd got invited back to this after show thing, and we're like, right, be cool. So we go down, and it's in this place, and Sam Smith was there, and I'm sure Diplo was there at a point, and all that stuff. And I'm like, right, we'll get chatting. I'm like, right, I'll get everybody a drink. Like, this is like, honestly, like, part of me thought it was going to be a free bar. It wasn't, but it's fine. So I'm standing in this queue, and I order like, what do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? Anyway, these guys are going to think I'm so cool, right? And I go, a tequila shot for everybody. And I get the bill bag, and it's something like north of $200, right? And at this point, I can't afford this at all, right? Even if I got a bill back now, I'd be sweating, like for serious. But
you were the cool guy. You're buying shots. You're the shot guy.
It was definitely there's something. It's cool up until you see the menu and you go, oh, okay, cool. But and then I got it and I go, right, okay, there's the card, and I'm shaking and I give her it and I'm thinking my mother's going to kill me, and she goes to swipe the card and pay for it, and she goes, it's not actually working. And I've got like Sam Smith, Niall Horan all standing behind me, and I'm like, right, to my piano player, in the most subtle way possible, you're going to have to give me your card right now because we need to get out of this situation together. His work.
Thank God.
Yeah, but it was
How
still,
embarrassing.
it was the most like, it was the most, like, I've never been so scared in my life of just like sheer embarrassment. But
Right.
yeah, he got out and I still owe him that money to this day.
I'm sure Sam Smith. I'm sure his card's dejected from time to time.
yeah,
Well,
for
I
sure.
think that. Sometimes it's not.
So I want to tell you something, Lewis. I keep forgetting you're Italian. What part of Italy is your family from?
My family are from Pianisco.
Right, which is where?
San Giuseppe. I believe it's up in the mountains. Someone told me it's near Lazio, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my family, I think it's my great-grandfather and my great-great-grandfather they came over. I mean, I cannot speak a lick of Italian. I don't look Italian except for maybe,
Naked.
I got
I don't know what that means.
But I got a very hairy back, let's put it that way.
Wait, are you saying Italians have hairy backs?
Well, like hairy, like nice hairy men. I was going to say that, but no, like, they're not like I always imagine Italian, someone with a lot better like hair follicle, more follically blessed than I am. Perhaps.
Okay, like Danielle, for instance, is Italian.
Yeah,
She has
there
a
you go.
mustache.
Like, do you know what I mean? I
Back
always
hair.
think of like Andre Pirlo, the football player, soccer player. He's
Yep.
got like long, thick black hair and he's got a beard and
Yeah.
his shot's always
you have
down
a
my
northern
chest.
Italian kind of thing.
Do I? Yeah.
And by the way, my family's from Scotland. I've never been.
Oh, great.
So
Nice one.
I need to visit this.
Yeah,
this
it's
magical.
brilliant. If you like alcohol and rain, it's the place
That's
for you.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to tell you something, Lewis. While you were performing Sucker, I sent a text to Kevin Jonas.
Okay.
And I said, by chance, are you listening right now? Louis Capaldi is doing Sucker. It's unreal. He says, we were live on Instagram right as he was doing it, and we listened to the whole thing. Tell him we love him.
Oh, there you go.
And so there you go. Jonas Brothers are going to be here with us tomorrow.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah,
So
nice
maybe
one.
it's their turn to sing another one of your
That's
songs.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys could have careers just ripping each other off.
Yeah, I like it. Just as long as I mean, they're definitely gaining. No, I'm definitely gaining more from covering a Jonas Brothers song than they are covering one of mine that no
I
one
don't
knows.
know.
But
I don't know, Lewis.
Yeah, if they want to keep going back and forth, their album's out tomorrow, is it? Their new
Their album?
is it
I think
tomorrow?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can go back and forth for weeks on
Rip
this, I
them
think.
off,
Yeah,
man.
I like it. I love it.
How do you like New York? What are you thinking?
I love it. Yeah, it's incredible. It's very. I mean, today this is the only time I've really been when it's been like hot or humid.
Yeah.
So that's an experience for sure.
Oh, but this is nothing like August.
Right, yeah,
August
yeah.
in New York. Whew.
Oh God.
One of the things about New York is, we don't build out, we build up skyscrapers,
Yeah,
big,
yeah,
tall
yeah.
buildings, and we look into each other's windows. We see each other. We watch
Oh,
each
yeah.
other. I mean,
Yes.
do you have a problem showering in front of other people? People are watching you through your window in the bathroom.
I'm staying at this hotel. Never mind, I won't mention where I'm staying. But I'm staying at this hotel, and there's this. It is just a. It's just a glass window. All of it. It's just a glass window. But there's like construction workers across the road. So-
Watching you shower.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like I have to be like. So I'm kind of like doing it stood up straight and tensed up, and I'm like.
Are you like flexing for them?
Yeah, shouting out the window like it's usually bigger, but like, like, you know what I mean? And it's
It's water.
yeah, exactly. It's so hot. It's so cold in here, honestly. But yeah, no, yeah, it's a weird one, especially because like you can see it. And let me tell you something. As a man who's looked at myself naked every day of my life, it's not something that I would like to broadcast. But it's good. Like honestly, the closest I've ever came to taking a nude selfie is taking a picture of what I thought was a hemorrhoid. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. That's fabulous.
And let me tell you something. Not a pretty sight in the slightest.
What hemorrhoid would be a pretty
And
sight?
who
Yeah,
did
well,
you send that to?
There you go. I didn't say that to anybody. Well,
okay.
I was just having a look. And let me see, honestly, if you could see me trying to take that picture as well, because you think that's an easy reach, it is not. It truly is like a difficult. You got bent. Oh my God, it's a full thing. You need a mirror and one of those selfie sticks to do it. Really.
That's fabulous. Well, on that note, we say goodbye to Louis Capaldi. Louis, having you here was just fantastic. I'm going to play your song. We got to take a break, but I'm going to play your song coming back. You've got to listen to it. You were fabulous. You always have an invitation at our table.
Oh.
And I can't wait to see you in concert.
Oh, nice one. Thank
wanna
you so
see
much,
that.
man. Yeah, and
I
thank you
can't
so
wait-
much for having us in it. Honestly,
And you know what?
means a
And
lot.
while you're here, we'll check out your hemorrhoid when we go to a break.
Yeah,
in.
why
Oh, thank
not?
God, because I need some professional
It's
help.
much easier for us to see it than you.
Yeah.
Louis Capaldi.
The Mercedes AMG Interview Lounge.